Hello and welcome. Today we're beginning an exciting journey into the basics of drawing. And we're starting with something incredibly important, gesture drawing. This is a foundational step where many artists begin to train their eyes and hands to work together with fluidity and confidence. In this lesson, we'll create two gesture drawings, one of a watermelon slice and the other of an espresso cup. These may seem like simple, everyday objects, but they're perfect for learning how to express a subject quickly and with energy. Gesture drawing is one of the most powerful ways to capture the spirit of what you're observing. It allows you to focus less on the exact look of the subject and more on the action, weight, and general form. So, what exactly is gesture drawing? Think of it as your first impression translated into lines. You're not aiming for perfection or precision. Instead, you're letting your hand react to the subject in front of you, almost like a visual conversation. Whether it's a living model, an object like our espresso cup, or even just an idea you're visualizing, gesture drawing is about sensing the subject's movement or essence and quickly laying that onto the page. Let's look at the watermelon slice to start. We begin by quickly sketching the basic shape. There's no need to plan or hesitate, just get something down. You might notice a crescent shape curving like a soft arch. Now let's talk a bit about technique, because this part really shapes how gesture drawing comes alive on the page. When you're drawing gestures, your lines should be loose, flowing, and full of movement. You don't need to worry about making things look perfect. What matters is how the lines move across the page. So begin by focusing on the main direction or action line of the subject. This line is the backbone of the pose, the path your eye naturally follows first. As you draw, try not to lift your pencil too much. Let it glide smoothly, tracing the outline and interior curves of the form without interruption. Keep your hand in motion. This practice isn't about getting an exact likeness. Instead, it's about channeling the energy of what you see. Your lines can cross over, overlap, or even go a little wild. That's completely okay. All of that adds to the liveliness of the drawing. That's the very essence of gesture drawing. And here's where the beauty of gesture drawing really comes through. It's fast and freeing. These kinds of sketches are typically done in short time. That short time limit is intentional. It pushes you to capture only the most important aspects. It sharpens your eye and keeps your lines active. The longer you spend, the more likely you are to slip into focusing on details, which can weigh down the drawing and distract from its overall flow. If you're enjoying this lesson and want to watch the complete course and unlock everything, just click the join button and continue your learning journey with me. Now let's apply this to something simple, an espresso cup. At first glance, it might seem like it doesn't have much movement. It's a still object after all, but the truth is every form, even the most basic, has a certain rhythm, and that rhythm is what we're going to capture. So imagine the espresso cup in your mind, the roundness of the bowl. Feel the gentle curve of the handle. I'm drawing that curve and the cup's form in a single motion, letting my hand move smoothly without pausing to correct or measure. I'm not too concerned with making it accurate. I'm more interested in the sensation of its volume and form. Now, even though this is a gesture drawing, I'm also adding a touch of shadow. Just a suggestion of it. Including a ground shadow, even loosely, can quickly give a sense of weight and three-dimensional form to your drawing. It grounds the object and hints at how it exists in space. It's like a well-placed shadow adds a surprising amount of depth, even in the most minimal sketch. I'm going to erase this gesture drawing and redo it just to give you a clearer idea of what I have in mind. One thing to always keep in mind, gesture drawing is not about perfection. It's about expression. It gives you a strong base, a foundation that you can build on later with more detail and refinement. Without that solid beginning, your drawing might look technically correct, but lack the energy or life of the original subject. So, I encourage you to make gesture drawing a regular part of your practice. The more often you do it, the more confident and expressive your lines will become. In fact, I recommend beginning every drawing session with a few quick gestures. This warms up your hand and your eye, helping you loosen up before diving into more detailed work. If you ever notice your lines becoming stiff or your drawing starting to feel mechanical, take a step back and go back to a gesture. Reconnect with that freedom and rhythm. Gesture drawing can be used for absolutely anything: people, animals, vehicles, architecture, you name it. No matter what your subject is, this approach will help bring more vitality to your drawings. Thank you for joining me in this first lesson on gesture drawing. In our next session, we'll explore gesture drawing with live figures in motion, which brings in a whole new level of challenge and energy. I hope you found this helpful, and I look forward to drawing with you again next time.